Hi, everyone. I wanted to speak today about something I just saw on Instagram. There was an article from New York Times about how some long term couples found solutions to some of their issues by sleeping in different bedrooms, and how it allows space and how it allows comfort, and it's a kind of solution to all sorts of issues. And what was particularly interesting is that immediately, apparently, there was, sex coaches and marriage counselors who were cautioning that this may reduce the number of, sexual encounters within the couple or intimacy. And I just found it so, it angered me, let's put it this way, because I am definitely someone who is advising thinking out of the box. I'm definitely somebody who is interested in freeing the way we do relationships, the way we think about relationships. I'm definitely interested in freeing that from our habitual way of thinking. And, I definitely think that each couple should be free and is free to decide what works for them. And if they're happy, who are we, or anyone else for that matter, or any kind of a sex coach or any kind of a marriage counselor, to say, no, 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 you're doing it wrong? Like, if a couple has found a rhythm and is daring enough to think out of the box and to be creative and innovative about finding ways of connection that works for them, who are all these other experts who can possibly even think or say that, no, 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 you're doing it wrong? I just find that so appalling. And it's interesting because, of course, we live in the world, we come from society where there were very specific rules for behavior. This is how you do marriage. This is how you do being a mother. This is how you do being a woman or a man, or, your gender should behave like this, etc. And we have all these experts for all these aspects of our lives. And I think this is so wrong. I feel that, we each are it's in our interest to connect more and more to our own bodies, to our own values, to our own ideas about what feels good to me, what feels good to you, what feels good to us and our partners, what is appropriate for us, what works for us, rather than outsourcing some rules that are written by some other experts. It's the same for medical, you know, industry as well, right? Like, I was speaking to my mom the other week where she's seeing two different doctors about something about her back who give very different opinions. When she addressed one saying, your colleague was saying something different, they both got really, really upset with her. So I'm like, Mom, what do you feel like? Which one's advice actually makes you feel better? And she was like lost about that. And she was like, yeah, but they're the experts. So this, this is actually what drives me crazy about my mom and about, so many things in the society in which we live, because there cannot be an outside expert on our body. There cannot be an outside expert who can tell us this is how you should do your marriage or your relationships or your life, or this is what you should do with your body to feel better. Our bodies they contain our treasure. Our feelings, our emotions always speak to us, and it's a beautiful feedback if we only trust ourselves enough. So many of the people that I work with, and of course that's me as well, we always think that we're somehow doing life wrong. There is so much judgment, there is so much criticism of our own choices, even when we're happy, where if we're somehow doing it differently than what the prescribed uh, opinion was, prescribed kind of mold is, then we suffer. And, I am really, really interested in freeing our need to look for outside experts who can tell us something about our life that validates our life. We are the ones that need to learn to validate our own experience. We are our biggest expert. Nobody is a better expert about our lives than we are. The only help we can find on the outside is somebody who can help us come home to ourselves, to our bodies, find that sense of highest authority in our own life. This is the only way to live this life. So if you are finding out of the box solutions for your relationships, something that helps you remain connected to the people you love that may not be approved by mainstream culture, just listen to yourself, because you know there's always going to be somebody on the outside who can say, no, 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 I know better the way you should be living your life, the way you should be doing your relationship. And it's just not true. The only expert in our life is ourselves. The only way to lead our lives is the way that actually feels good and works for us. And if we're so lucky to find a partner who is willing to live out of the box with us and find the solutions that are not mainstream and that are not provided to us, but something that we've devised that actually works for us, then that's what we should stick with and not look for outside experts. I just, that article this morning, I will post it in my stories, but I just thought it was outrageous that, that somebody can judge people who have made interesting and creative choices for their own life, that somebody can tell them, no, 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 you're doing it wrong. It's absurd. So, yeah, just really wanted to come out today and speak for be your own biggest hero, be your own biggest expert, trust yourself, understand how to decipher the language of your own feelings, understand how to decipher your own body's messages, your own wisdom, and if you find people in your life who are willing to meet you there, oh my God, what a treasure that is. You don't have to listen to some marriage counselor who can tell you, no, 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 you're doing it wrong. If you're happy, then then you found your joy, and you found your happiness, and you found a person with whom you can do it with. And these marriage counselors, they don't know anything about your life better than what you do. So yeah, just wanted to share this today. All right, everyone, see you next time.